This is the shore on 88.4 and the waves keep crushing in. Today we've unleashed the archers.
I do that all the time.
Well, I'm here in the backstage room of the Postbahnhof. There's black couches and I don't see much of food, but they have a fridge with lots to drink and it looks nice. So how is it going? I'm here with Unleach the Archers today, actually. How is it going?
Very well, thank you.
It's going awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
For how long have you been on tour?
This is the first night.
Wow. Have you ever been to Berlin?
No, no, not as a band, not playing, no. Actually, this is our first tour through Europe as a whole, so yeah, a lot of firsts.
So, and you're tomorrow on the road again?
Yes, yeah.
Because here's actually some nice metal places.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get to stick around too long, so.
You're from Canada?
Yes.
From a little island?
We are, yeah. We've all moved over to the mainland now, so we say that our hometown is Vancouver, but originally, yes, we started in Victoria on a little island off the coast of BC.
Would you like to introduce yourself all?
Oh, sure. I'm Brittany. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Grant. I play guitar and do vocals.
I'm Andrew and I play guitar and sometimes do vocals.
I'm Scott and I play the drums.
I'm Nico. I play the bass. Nico's not actually here.
Nico's just taking care of business.
The basics.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you two met in uni, no?
Yes.
And to form a band.
Yeah.
What did you study?
History.
Oh, that's a good subject for power metal, no?
Yeah. Well, he was an English major, so also a good subject.
Yeah.
It helps me with my lyrics sometimes.
What was first? Was it the great myth of medieval, or was it northern black metal? What started you off?
Well, yeah, it's kind of a little bit of everything. Medieval, science fiction, any kind of mythology. We do listen to a lot of different kinds of metal, and that really influenced us as well. But I think we started out as kind of like a melodic death metal band, actually.
We're really into all the core stuff, so the old stuff has like a lot of breakdowns and like syncopated rhythms, and we don't really do that anymore.
Yeah, we've very much become a sort of a power metal band over the years as our influences have changed. So if you listen, to the old stuff, it's quite a bit heavier.
When you like grind music, then you also like stuff like Bonnie Taylor, no? like pop music.
Oh yeah, man. I think there's two different genres of music. There's good music and bad music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We play bad.
bad ass rock and roll. So it's like, we have a wide spectrum of music. Ranging from things that you probably wouldn't even think we listen to.
What's your last album called?
Time Stands Still.
Time Stands Still. And before that you released a science fiction album.
Yeah.
On this last album, there's a song called Winterfall.
Daughters of Winterstone.
Daughters of Winterstone.
Daughters of Winterstone. Now, is that because I saw you in the music video playing game console, or is that about the limestone miner tragedies, or about mining? What's that song?
Well, the whole album, Demons of the Asteroid Waste, was a concept record. No, that's okay. And Daughters of Winterstone is a part of that story that occurs across the whole album. And basically what it is our protagonist of the story goes to this planet where Winterstone is mined, which is basically how all spaceships in the universe get around. It's their fuel.
Okay.
Yeah. The spice.
Like
Exactly.
the sun.
Yeah. So these are, and they put the women in the mines because they pretty much killed off all the men already. So it's just the Daughters of Winterstone are basically these women that are forced to work in these mines. Yeah.
Wow, did you all get together and write on science fiction?
No, it's all me.
Wow, that's cool. I write a bit science fiction too.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing genre because there's so many potential topics that you can talk about, and it just covers everything. And I mean, fantasy is awesome too. I mix a lot of fantasy in with my science fiction, and there's kind of like there's cowboys in space kind of feel as well, and ships, and the whole album is just kind of all over the place. But yeah, just, you get some weird ideas, and you just try and see how they go.
Don't you tend to metaphor real life kind of stories and scenarios into science fiction, fantasy kind of model too? Is Daughters of Winterstone kind of a metaphor for working up in like the oil patch and like kind of stuck out at work and like working in the mines type thing? So I was like, I
very much influenced by what's going on in the world today, but yeah. Time Stand Still was very much like that. It was a concept album as well, in that each song is a story about what it's like to be a band, a touring band in Canada, well, basically, and just sort of the hardships that you go through and the ups and downs.
Yeah, you hear that. It's more the first album. It's more this heroic character, and the first it's more. It's a bit darker.
Yes,
but
quite a bit darker. Yeah.
You play guitar, or how do you find your melodies, or you just sing away?
Just kind of sing. Yeah, oftentimes the boys will have a guitar riff, and then or they'll have a whole song or a part of a song, and we'll all work on it together and sort of create the song together and each write our own parts. So sometimes I'll listen to a riff and I'll know the melody right away. It's just kind of inherent. And then sometimes I really have to work at it. And other times I will have a melody in my head and I'll say, can we write a song around this? And then they'll kind of take that as a jumping off point. But yeah, I mean, a few different ways that they come about. Sometimes it's more organic, and sometimes I really have to.
Cool.
Yeah.
So are you just playing on the bus, or how you commute, or are you reading all science fiction or history books?
Well, definitely. Yeah, we love video games for sure. That was an SNES console that we had in our own old van.
Huh.
And absolutely, we played that on the road a lot of Mario Kart. And then, but at home, we have an Xbox and a PS4, and so we play that when we can. There's not much time anymore. There's some pretty cool games that have influenced my lyrics, like Dead Space is a good one. But yeah, for the most part, it's books. I read a lot. I read a lot of fantasy and science fiction, and comic books, and movies too.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. So.
Now, so you're here in Germany. Do you have any favorites in German bands, metal bands, or in general, German artists?
Halloween Gamma Ray.
Yeah.
Sure.
Creator.
Yeah.
Isn't Powerwolf German? Is Powerwolf?
Werewolf is German.
Yeah, I really like them. Yeah, it's probably my favorite. Sunshine.
So,
Accept.
your wish shall be my command. Here we go. Powerwolf, we drink your blood. Oh well. Canada has had a millionaire prime minister, no?
A
Yeah, we
million.
just got a new prime minister.
She, her, no?
No.
No,
Justin
that was-
Trudeau.
It's the son of an old prime minister from a long time ago.
He's good though. We like him, even though he's not female. But what he's done actually is he's really fought for equality for women in the government. So that's where it's awesome.
Quality for everyone.
Well, just the cabinet was all men before, and now it's 50% men and 50% women.
We've
So
had a female prime minister in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
she's
the
Kim,
queen
Kim
of,
Campbell for about 5 months.
Yeah.
Forgot her name.
Was she NDP?
No, she was progressive conservative.
Right.
She's actually pretty smart.
Hey.
we'll just talk about politics all day.
Yeah, you do?
we talk politics a lot,
When Andrew
especially
gets about half a beer and
Let me tell you about Trump.
especially with what's going on with the American government right now. So yeah, we'll try not to talk about that too much.
Okay, so you don't.
Well,
no,
we're
that's
just-
not necessary to discuss that.
Yeah.
in the interview.
yeah,
We're a non-political band. We want to keep that out of our subject matter because it tends to polarize people.
yeah,
So if
exactly.
you leave politics and religion out of your music,
Yeah,
it's no one can get an idea about it. Everyone can enjoy it, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Personal views aside, though. So
So, sorry to interrupt the interview, but before I went to the concert, actually, I did ask some guys in uni today about the US elections and what they think about Trump. Had to be. And then we hear Sunshine and Lollipops, Berlin extreme left wing black metal band. And then we'll continue with the last part of the Unleach the Arches interview. Enjoy.
Latte, ist alles Latte.
Ja, warum?
Weiß ich nicht. Habe ich auch keine Lust drüber zu reden. Politik ist scheiße.
Was machst du jetzt? Hedonismus. Was studierst
Die
du?
nächsten 4 Jahre genießen. Nicht. Aber muss man ja auch nicht, finde ich. Wozu? Aber wichtig ist, dass man sich wohlfühlt.
Okay. Entschuldigung,
Ja.
kannst du was sagen? Wie findest du es, dass Trump jetzt gewonnen hat?
Ist das für dich persönlich? Oder?
Nein, das ist für 88.4.
Ah,
Für Radio Friedrichshain.
okay.
Ist ja anonym.
Alles klar. Was ich dazu denke, also mich interessiert jetzt, wie das ist mit den Gegnern von Trump, wie lange ob die Widerstand leisten werden und wenn ja, wie lange sie durchhalten werden dagegen.
Aber es hat doch Trump gewonnen.
Ja, genau. Also ich meine, es gab ja im Vorfeld auch viele Leute, die also die Gegner von Trump. Und jetzt ist, glaube ich, ein entscheidender Moment. Ich mache mir jetzt auch Gedanken und Sorgen, also was dann passiert mit den Muslimen in Amerika oder mit den Mexikanern. Also ich muss ehrlich sagen, das erinnert mich ein bisschen an 1933. Das habe ich jetzt wirklich alles miterlebt, die Details. Das ist natürlich nicht lustig. Aber
89.
1989, das auch. Aber ich meine, das erinnert mich an die
an die Machtergreifung von Hitler mit Trump. Und damals war das Problem, Hitler hatte auch Gegner, aber indem er sehr geschickt die Macht an sich gerissen hat, haben es nur noch wenige sich getraut, dagegen Widerstand zu leisten. Und das interessiert mich jetzt, wie viele Leute jetzt noch gegen Trump Widerstand leisten werden.
Was glaubst du, sagt die Merkel?
Das weiß ich gar nicht. Hat die schon gratuliert oder irgendwas?
Ich saß auch die ganze Zeit hier an der Uni.
Ja. Was die dazu sagt. Ich weiß nicht, kann sein, also Merkel ist kein Trump, aber kann sein, dass das irgendwie auch damit zusammenhängt. Ich glaube, Merkel und Hillary Clinton sind sich ziemlich ähnlich. Und mag ja sein, dass das vernünftig ist, so. Aber das geht irgendwie nur noch immer in diese eine Richtung.
Also Populismus.
Ja, nee, so, das hat das vielleicht nicht ganz vergleichbar mit Amerika, aber hier wenn Merkel hier wieder gewinnt, also dann gibt es noch die dritte und vierte große Koalition, und obwohl das dann vielleicht das geringere Übel ist das dann auch keine Alternative. Oder es ist eine Alternative, aber das kann doch irgendwie dann auch nicht sein, dass man immer nur das Gleiche immer hat. Nicht, dass man deswegen, Gott weiß, für Trump wählen muss oder so. Aber das ist wahrscheinlich der Grund, warum Leute für Trump oder für die AfD sind.
Protestwähler.
Ja. Und vielleicht wären die besser gefahren, wenn die den anderen, den Bernie Sanders nominiert hätten. Der hätte wahrscheinlich gewonnen gegen Trump, denke ich mal.
Ja, weil die Hillary hat ja anscheinend ihr ganzes Leben lang irgendwie...
Ja eben, die ist halt viel zu lange schon in der Politik, ne? Also schon seit 1992, ja, und eigentlich keine so kluge Entscheidung, weil die Leute haben ja damals 2008 schon gesagt, dass sie das irgendwie, haben sich damals für Obama entschieden, weil...
die Skandale, die sie hatte während der
naja, das vielleicht weniger, sondern vielmehr so ein bisschen dieses Thema, dass das so eine verbrauchte Kraft ist. Und die Leute wollten was Neues, dann haben die damals Obama gewählt und jetzt Trump. Ne? Ich glaube, bin da geschichtlich interessiert, ja. Und das ist so ein bisschen das Problem. Also die Weimarer Republik, die ist, glaube ich, deswegen gescheitert, weil es nicht mehr so Leute gegeben hat, die Widerstand, die hatten keine richtig charismatischen Persönlichkeiten mehr, die Leute für die Demokratie begeistern konnten.
Nur zu viele kleine.
Dann gab es so diesen Hindenburg, war ein Kreis, und dann gab es so Leute wie Franz von Papen oder Heinrich Brüning. Das waren Leute, die konnten die Leute nicht begeistern für die Demokratie. Ja. Den letzten richtig guten Demokraten, den es gegeben hat, war Gustav Stresemann, der war der Außenminister der Weimarer Republik gewesen. Und danach gab es keine Persönlichkeiten mehr. Und das war dann so ein gefundenes Fressen für die Nazis. Und das sehe ich heute auch so. Welcher Politiker schafft das noch, wenn man jetzt Deutschland nimmt, die Leute für die Demokratie zu begeistern? Also, oder was, ich komme ja wahrscheinlich vom Holzchen aufs Stöckchen, aber das wollte ich vielleicht auch noch mal loswerden. Ich glaube, Hillary Clinton, die hat es geschafft, so die eigenen, so die Liberalen und die Demokraten so zu mobilisieren. Die hat es aber nicht geschafft, darüber hinauszugehen und Leute von der anderen Seite irgendwie zu überreden oder so. Oder Leute aus einem anderen Lager rüberzuholen. Und das müsste man sich mal trauen.
Vor allem, es gibt die wenigsten, du hättest ja auch in den USA die Grünen wählen können. Es gibt ja Drittparteien, nur wählt die keiner.
Ja, ich bin ja selber, mein Vater ist ja aus den USA, ja. Und dann habe ich dadurch auch die amerikanische Staatsangehörigkeit, durfte ich wählen. Da habe ich auch die Green Party gewählt, weil fand ich beides nicht so gut.
Wie Dr. Stein.
Ja. Ich will mich nicht rechtfertigen dafür, ne, was ich gewählt habe. Muss ich hoffentlich auch nicht. Aber naja.
Meine Verwandtschaft in den USA hat wahrscheinlich Trump gewählt.
Aber das kenne ich ein bisschen. Ich habe ja auch Verwandte in Amerika, ne? Und ich glaube, das waren dann die Demokraten. Und ich glaube, die waren halt auch absolute Trump-Gegner, ja. Die haben sich aber nicht getraut, glaube ich, auch mal so einen Anhänger von Trump zu konfrontieren, ja. Und mit den versuchen zu überreden. Das muss man doch machen. Wenn man wirklich dagegen ist, dann kann man doch nicht davor zurückschrecken, auch mal so einen Einsatz zu zeigen für die Demokratie. Es reicht doch nicht aus, immer nur mit Leuten zu quatschen, die sowieso deiner Meinung sind.
Ja.
Da muss man manchmal auch Leute versuchen zu überreden.
Ja. Jetzt habe ich die Frage vergessen.
Ich glaube, ich müsste mich wahrscheinlich mal mit jemandem von der AfD unterhalten und so versuchen, da irgendwie ein bisschen. Das hat dann auch die Gefahr, dass man sich vielleicht, wenn der so argumentativ stärker ist, dass man sich dann von dem irgendwie so unterkriegen lässt. Da muss man so ein gesundes Gleichgewicht finden.
Now the last bit. Yeah, you had smallpox and pirates and lots of other tragedies in your stories. Did you ever write something about in Canada? Did you ever write like a hero song about like the natives or like?
No, I don't really know.
Country history, like just think about country history.
Touched anything like really historical. Everything's been like sort of fantastical up to this point.
Like,
so
Frozen Steel is kind of, but that
Yeah.
was metaphor for this.
yeah.
No specific historical event.
Yeah.
We've never done that.
Frozen Steel
It's
is
a good idea,
about
though.
like
Leave the talk
Good idea.
colonialism to Sabbath.
Yeah.
it's
Civil War.
It's we do have Frozen Steel, which is about the Canadian metalheads and just how amazing they are and how supportive they are and how they are. We call them warriors because they brave crazy storms to come see our shows, and it's just we love them very much. So that song is really about that. But no, I've never written about a specific. Well, on Behold the Devastation, I wrote about like a lot of common children's nursery rhymes and how they're based on disaster for the most part, like London Bridge is falling down, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I've never really focused on one particular event yet.
Yeah, Germany is the land of Hansel and Gretel.
Right,
The Grimm
exactly.
brothers.
Quite a dark fairy tale, that's for sure. Yeah.
No.
Ring Around the Rosie, I think, was about smallpox or something like
Yeah.
that.
It was about the Black Death.
Yeah.
And they thought that if you would keep posing in your pockets that it would protect you, but it didn't.
They all fell down.
Yes, they did.
Before you mentioned in a song Armenian, the
Yeah.
plains of Armenian. That's from Joseph of Armenia, no? The guy that were cast down to be the first Christian and the Holy Grail and Glastonbury.
No, it was an invention.
No, I think it's pronounced. It's spelled different, and I just read it on lyrics. And Joseph from Armenian with an I is the guy from the Holy Grail.
Oh, okay.
So I thought
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you were into that, no,
I don't really sing about religion too much at all. I mean, even though there are some amazing stories within it, I try not to sing about it at all. Just again, it's it's polarizing. You know, some people may not be
You
able
take
to.
influence from that to write your own kind of stories and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As soon as you start singing about religion or politics, and it's blatantly that.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, I think we like
They're
doing
just stories.
I think we like creating our own stories and
Yeah.
creating our own.
And people can look into it how they like. They're like, oh, that means this to me.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
cool.
Yeah, it's the most.
It means
fun.
something to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last was about the cover art. Who is your cover art artist?
His name's J.P. Fournier. He's from France,
Was.
and he's very talented. He actually did the Dragon Force albums, the earlier Dragon Force albums. And that's how we found him. We really liked their art, and so we were like, oh, well, let's see if maybe he would do ours. And he was open and willing and actually pretty awesome about it. So, we're going to get a new artist for the next album. So that's exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now,
Thank you so much.
today with the great band Sirenia. They just released their latest studio album, their 8th. It's called Dim Days of Dolores. I had lovely chat with their front singer that's actually a trained mezzo-sopran for opera. So this is gonna be exciting. So we're gonna have lots of lady vocalists in this broadcast. Hello, I'm here in the backstage of Postbahnhof now with the beautiful French mezzo-sopran singer of Sirenia. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Emmanuelle Soldan from Sirenia.
Hi Emma. Where from France are you from?
I come from Marseille, in the south of France.
Ah, that's nice.
Yes, really great place and really warm in this period. It's very cool.
So, how long have you been in Sirenia?
It's very recent.
Mm-hmm.
I have officially been announced as the new singer since September, and I recorded the album in August, just 1 month before, and it's my second official concert tonight with Sirenia.
Wow! But did you work with them before?
Yes, I work with them since 13 years, because I sang for the chorus on every album since the beginning of Sirenia.
Oh, cool. So, how you did study classical opera?
If I studied?
You did, obviously.
Yeah.
So you did all the great Wagner ladies and.
Oh no, I'm not yet a Wagnerian voice. I hope maybe it will happen, but it's not the case now.
Like Carmen, no?
Yes, Carmen is a role for me, really in my color and in my range. I've sang a lot of roles, like Carmen, of course, like Charlotte, like Amneris in bigger. I like to sing some Verdi's roles. Because it's a composer I love a lot, and Tchaikovsky too, made of Orleans, this kind of things, and I really like it.
So, how did you meet the guys? Did they just search for a new singer, or
the
for
first
fire?
Time, first time I worked with Sirenia was for singing the chorus on the albums. So every time they made a new album, they called me to sing the choral parts, and they had my contact by the studio in Marseille, Terry Refnes. I don't know if my pronunciation is good, but I think it's not. But he gave my name to the band, and they called me to make the record. And after all those years, when Eileen had some problems of health, Morten called me to replace her for one show in Ukraine, and after that he asked me if I were okay to replace her definitively, because it was beginning a little bit complicated, and of course I said yes, because the project was very enthusiastic for me, and it was really cool.
So what voices did you study in metal to find the? I don't know. Did you study other now your new colleagues of metal singers?
I've listened a lot of things just to to learn and to have a culture, because I am just arriving in this in this category of music, and I have a lot to learn. But I also try to stay to keep a distance and not to be not too much inspired by the other singers, and to keep my own personality, and that's it. I listened what exists, but I try to keep my own personality.
Cool.
Not to be another clone of another singer, you know.
Have you been to Berlin before?
No, it's the first time I come here.
But have you been to Hellfest?
No, never. Never. Sorry?
Hi. Why do you think metal is such a male-dominated area?
It's what a lot of people think. I'm not sure of it. Maybe you are saying that because of all what is happening in this time with the female singers that are changing all the
because
time.
I go a lot of for the radio on metal festivals, and it's really male dominated.
Yeah, maybe of course I think there is something true in this, but I think we don't have to think about it, and just make music and enjoy it, and maybe I will be able to answer to you to this question later, when I will be more in the festivals, and I will see this kind of things.
Cool. For this album, you're an interpret.
Yes.
Do you write as well?
Yes, of course. Creating process is something really important in my life, and I write songs and music, and yes, it's something really important for me. And with Sirenia, for the moment, I'm only. The first song will be Serpent.
What's that about?
The signification of it's hard for me to explain it in English, but it talks about death that is everywhere around you, looking, waiting in the darkness, and to jump on you and keep you. You know, it's something in this atmosphere.
Okay, and
death like a serpent who is waiting for his to kill you, to keep you.
Is that your first rock and roll tour? No, but you always been on the you went with them just in the studio for the background, or did you go on tour as well?
Never on tour, but I made a concert in Eindhoven in Holland in September, and the first replacement I did of Eileen was in June in Kherson in Ukraine.
How are you planning to entertain yourself on the tour bus? What are you gonna do on the tour bus? Did you bring lots to read?
Yeah. 15 minutes before showtime.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Take, because I had to put a lot of things in my suitcase. I just took one book just for the tour, and I hope I will have time to read it, but it's not sure.